Self-confidence is something that you can learn and get better at. Some people have it naturally and act like it, but not everyone does, especially if they have gone through something bad or have mental health issues. Confidence, the feeling of trust or reliance on oneself, is something many people are striving to develop in today's tumultuous world. To help you become more confident and unstoppable, we have compiled 11 secrets to unbreakable confidence. Let's begin. Number 1. Dare to talk to a stranger. Are you uncomfortable with awkward situations? A lot of insecure people can't handle even the slightest bit of uncertainty, and it sends them running for cover. But that doesn't have to be your reality. Challenge yourself by engaging in activities which make you feel vulnerable. Start small. Initiate a conversation with someone unfamiliar. This is often one of the biggest obstacles we face as humans, because we fear what they may think or how they will react. Although our minds tend to imagine terrifying potential outcomes, most times these only happen in our heads and never come true. Experiencing an uncomfortable conversation with a stranger may not sound like much, but it has the power to build your confidence. By learning to face and overcome your fears, you will become more courageous in all aspects of life. The next time you find yourself in an excruciatingly awkward moment, remember that tolerating such situations can help create greater self-assurance. So go on, talk to strangers, and master those moments. Number 2, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Are you afraid of failure? You might think that it is a sign of inadequacy or incompetence, and so avoid taking risks in the interest of preserving your sense of security. Your comfort zone may give you an illusion of confidence, but instead, this reliance on familiarity has its limitations. When stepping out from within your comfort zone, that same level of confidence will no longer be acceptable. When you lack confidence, it can be terrifying to step outside your comfort zone. So how do you build long-lasting assurance and learn to adjust in a high-risk situation, even if there's uncertainty? To develop unshakable self-assurance, you must alter how you view failure. Instead of dreading mistakes or being embarrassed when you're wrong, understand that these faults are what help us identify our weaknesses and ultimately lead us towards growth, both personally and professionally. It is essential to accept that you are wrong sometimes. Otherwise, it would be difficult to grow and discover what is correct. Although there may be times when you don't have the answer, remember that growth comes from improvement and progress, something of which you should certainly feel proud. Number 3, make a change. What are you reluctantly putting up with in your life? Is there someone, a job, or an activity that you're too scared to let go of? Insecurity often holds us back from making the best decisions for ourselves and inhibits us from leaving behind things that make us unhappy. Think about all the decisions you make each day. Ask yourself if this is really how you want your life to be. Unfortunately, many people accept being miserable as their fate. But it doesn't have to be like this. Change can be extremely daunting, so it's understandable why many people choose to stick with what is comfortable and familiar, even if it doesn't make them happy. However, you must believe in yourself and your ability to change before you start taking steps towards self-improvement. It may feel overwhelming at first, but once you embrace the power of proactivity by making decisions for yourself and striving to become the person you want to be, confidence will come naturally. Visualize what that individual looks like and the type of life they live. What kind of people do they keep around them? With this image in mind, you can start making little changes to your own routines. For instance, get rid of something unpleasant from your home decor. Wear clothes you've never worn before, or learn how to control bad habits. Altering these things gives one the assurance to make their own decisions. Number 4, take small steps towards your goals. Wondering how those with boundless confidence reach their seemingly unattainable lifelong goals? It all starts small. Confident people begin by creating a few manageable objectives that, although easy to achieve on their own, are fundamental steps in building up the courage to take bigger risks and pursue loftier ambitions down the line. So let's say you want to become more assured in your career. Start with something minor, then gradually increase your stakes until you get closer to accomplishing what you set out for yourself. To begin working towards your aspirations, start by figuring out one long-term goal. Once you have that determined, strive to shrink that dream into the smallest actionable steps possible. For instance, if launching a business is the aspiration, then look up an entrepreneurship book and read it cover to cover, or maybe even just write down one page of ideas for that novel. It's perfectly okay if these starting goals are minuscule. You can always work your way up from there. Number 5, gain more experiences. Stepping out of your comfort zone grants you access to extraordinary possibilities, from destinations that you never dreamed existed to reinventions of your passions and lifestyle. A lifetime of experiences lie at the core of any confident individual, and there is no better way to gain those adventures than by exploring life beyond what's familiar. Those with confidence are not indestructible or unfailing. They don't work tirelessly or socialize effortlessly. Rather, those who possess a sense of self-assurance have taken the time to understand life through unique experiences that help them trust in themselves. For example, let's say you've just been hired for a job you know nothing about. On day 1, your nerves are frayed, but by the end of week 2, it has become more manageable until finally by week 3, you feel like part of the team. Building confidence takes time before we become comfortable with unfamiliar situations. That initial hurdle may be difficult to overcome, but it's worth the effort. Once you get past this obstacle, your frame of mind will shift, and you'll understand that nothing is as intimidating as it initially appeared. To cultivate unshakable confidence, experience matters more than anything else. Chase after chances wherever they appear. Also, exposing yourself to different tasks, people, and ideas, even if not all of them can be understood or mastered, helps build resiliency too. All you need for unstoppable trust in yourself is the courage to try something new. Number 6, take your own advice. Are you in the habit of offering sound advice to your friends and family only for them not to take it? A great way to build confidence is by taking your own advice. If you are encouraging someone else to believe in themselves, then that's an indication that deep down inside, you know what the right thing is. Don't be afraid. Capitalize on this understanding and watch yourself grow with every step forward. Next time you find yourself in a difficult situation, try this exercise. Consider what advice you would give to a friend and then look into the mirror. Ask yourself what that same advice is. As often, it's precisely the guidance we need. Number 7, take the hard road more often. When faced with 2 options, life presents us a tough choice between the easy and the hard roads. Most people hope to take on their challenges head on, but in the heat of the moment, they will often opt for an easier route instead. The most successful people develop not just confidence, but strength, ambition, and trust through tackling difficult situations. These adventurers are willing to bravely undertake each task as opposed to taking shortcuts or resting, and in turn establish themselves as masters of courage along their journey. When making a tough choice, envision these 2 roads, one comfortable and straightforward, the other difficult and challenging. In critical moments, disregard what's easy and face the challenge head on. Rise to the occasion. Number 8, get your self-doubt under control. Although self-doubt can be an obstacle, it is essential to realize that even the most confident among us experience moments of doubt before taking a major risk. This fear stems from our desire for success. We want to make sure all decisions are correct and will project a positive image. Unfortunately, these worries might sometimes feel overwhelming, but with resilience and courage, you can overcome them. To manage your self-doubt, when your thoughts start to get out of hand, ask yourself why you are doubting yourself. Often we become too close to the problem, which leads us down the rabbit hole of thinking of hundreds of unachievable scenarios and losing sight of the bigger picture. So take a step back, gain some perspective, and grab hold of those worries before they take control. Number 9, own your own mistakes. Have you ever been truly honest with yourself? Unfortunately, many people experience a lack of self-confidence because they cannot bring themselves to accept their own failings. Don't make excuses for why something hasn't worked out. Putting the blame on others won't get you anywhere. If it's your fault, be brave enough to take ownership and don't act like a victim. Blaming other people will never increase your confidence or lead you towards success. Rather than shirk responsibility, reflect on both your weaknesses and strengths. Be candid with yourself. If you're not ready to confront these areas in need of growth, then you won't ever be able to improve them. Take some time for honest introspection. What are your qualities that stand out? The more self-awareness you have, the surer you'll feel about yourself. Number 10, self-expression. Have you ever held back from saying something because of a lack of self-confidence? Many people struggle to articulate their thoughts for fear of judgment. Expressing yourself is an integral part of building both internal and external confidence, as it allows your voice, opinions, and worldviews to be heard. So why not give yourself a boost in assurance by daringly expressing what's on your mind? Number 11, get rid of your negative assumptions. We often underestimate our capabilities and succumb to false beliefs about ourselves. For instance, if you have always been shy since childhood, then the thought of presenting to a group may bring feelings of hesitation or anxiety. Nevertheless, it's time to take control by dispelling these limiting thoughts that are only holding us back from success. Start each day with positive affirmations, such as, "I am an extraordinary public speaker who can captivate any audience," until this mindset is fully embedded into your consciousness. With consistent repetition and self-belief over time, going up on stage will start feeling less intimidating, while allowing you to become more confident in delivering powerful presentations. Here are 2 more videos you may find interesting. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share the video with your friends. And for more interesting videos like this, subscribe to the channel.